Recording on Audacity. Audacity.
All schmacity.
Pulling up my notes. All right. Go ahead. Nope. Mm-mm.
Hello, paranormal dudes, dudettes, and dudays. Welcome back to another episode of The Paranormal Lovers.
Hey guys.
Hey, guys.
Welcome back to another week, episode 60.
How you doing? How you doing?
He's in a weird mood today, y'all. All right.
So, the early morning weirdness.
It is early. Yeah, it is kind of early for us to be recording.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, we were both like sleep deprived this week, so
Oh, yeah.
getting in the swing of this new schedule.
I put in 48 hours and 4 days.
Yeah.
Whew.
4 12-hour shifts.
Craziness.
Homeboy is tired.
Yeah.
I've been putting Miss Thing to bed, so I've been getting to sleep later, so I am also tired.
Yeah.
But what did you love about this week?
I love that I still have today off.
Yay! You love that you get Fridays off now.
I mean, I'm putting in a lot of hours, but I've got like a 3-day weekend, so it's good.
It's nice.
I hope it stays that
yeah,
way.
It needs to stay that way. We'll see how long that lasts.
Crossing the fingers.
Yeah.
What did you love about this week, baby?
That's a good question. We had a school thing last night. That was really fun.
Yeah, did you like the music art thing?
Yeah, music art night. We got to learn how they do their music class, and we got to check out the art room and all this stuff. And
DJ Dog,
Keith Wagner,
mm-hmm.
Warner, Harper. Shit, I done forgot his last name. Keith. I know Keith. He created that DJ Dog picture, the one I showed you. I took a picture of Patty with.
Sure.
It's like bodies with like the little I don't know what those things are called. They're
turntables,
like parentheses around like their elbows and knees to show movement.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he created that style of art. So it was pretty cool.
Cool.
That's what they're learning about right now, and they had to play with paint and it was all kinds of fun.
So that's why Patty looked like she had a black eye.
That probably. Yeah, she woke up this morning and I was like, what the fuck is wrong with your face? Yeah, she was covered in it and she did not get a shower last night. So,
yeah,
my bad.
It's all good.
Before we get started out on this, you can find us on Patreon now. We are back on Patreon. We have 1 week free. You can try it out for 1 week. See if you like it. Go to patreon.com/the paranormal lovers.
Come listen to those extra shows.
Capital T, capital P, capital L. The new $5 tier includes our true crime show, Deadly Lovers. It is what you think it is. Real fucked up people. We got to record one today, and I'm not okay.
Right.
Also, if you would like to get in on our merch, especially with the Black History Month and Valentine's Day leaving on March 1st, head on over to theparanormallovers.threadless.com. Check out the 20% off everything sale. That is 20% off site-wide with code everything20, capital everything 20, from February 26th through March 6th.
Nice.
Now, today we are going to cover a topic, Black History Month. I had to squeeze in at least one thing.
Sure.
That geared towards that. This is a topic that I'm really excited about because it's near and dear to my heart and my heritage. I have been told by reputable sources that my grandfather came from the Gullah Geechee people.
Yeah.
These are people of descendants of enslaved Africans who were brought to the Low Country. There is a stretch of coastline that goes from Jacksonville, Florida to Wilmington, North Carolina, and inland about 35 miles called the Gullah Geechee Corridor. It is a national heritage area, and it's like preserved by the Gullah Geechee Corridor Committee, I think is what they're called. And this is the main area where these ancestors were forced to live.
Right.
But it wasn't as terrible as some places.
Right.
And that's subjective,
And
obviously.
they're trying to like preserve it and keep it and stuff now
Yeah.
too, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are working hard for it. You can go to, I think it's like gullahgeechee.com or gullahgeechee.org. I mean, honestly, if you just Google Gullah Geechee, it'll pop up. There's
Right.
websites that you can go to check out like the heritage and the history behind the people. You can get involved with the organization to help keep the corridor a heritage site because, like, all these big companies are trying to buy up all this
Yeah.
land, like St. Helena Island, which is a massive historic site for our people, and put golf courses on it.
Right.
Excuse me, folks. And we're trying really hard to fight that.
Yeah.
Really, really hard.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, we went to a didn't what was it called? A festival?
yeah, we went to the Gullah Geechee Festival in
Yeah.
Beaufort, South Carolina last year.
Yeah.
And we will talk about that
That's pretty cool.
in a few minutes. Now, say they had it better than most. Again, that's subjective. Nobody wants to be enslaved. Nobody wants to be
Right.
forced to work on these plantations for these white people that treat them like they're not even human.
Sure.
But due to the isolation of these islands and the weather of this area, the plantations were practically abandoned for a few months out of the year.
Right.
Yes, there were people left to watch over the plantation, but most of the time they were extremely outnumbered by the number of enslaved people that were still on the plantation.
Sure.
So, this created a unique environment in which these enslaved people were able to keep a large part of their African culture and have strong ties to their homeland. Most, not all, but a lot of DNA has been traced back from the Gullah Geechee people to the west coast of Africa, which fits really well with my DNA profile because it's pretty much all the west coast of Africa.
It's kind of like Waynesville, where when like summer leaves, like all the vacationers go home.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Pretty much. And then we're left here like tilling away in the
Yep.
land.
Yeah, we're left here like
while
farming.
they go to their like summer home.
Yeah.
Or their winter house.
Right.
Although we are not enslaved.
No,
so,
no. I wasn't comparing it that way.
No,
I was just
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. So this is why today this is one of the only African nations on US soil. Our culture and heritage can be seen in our art, songs, food, and way of life to this day. The Gullah Geechee language is the only distinct African Creole language in the US. It is a unique blend of African and a European dialect, and it is unique as those who created it.
That's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. I can somewhat understand spoken Gullah Geechee. Somewhat, because my dad used to talk it some when I was younger.
Yeah.
But it can be a little hard to learn if you're not used to it.
Sure.
But I think I might learn it eventually.
It'd be cool.
Now, the Low Country, it's my favorite place. I love that area.
The beach.
It's beautiful. It's the beach. It's just a wonderful place. But another reason why I love it is the energy of the place. And you can feel it.
Oh, yeah.
Whether you're in Savannah or Beaufort, South Carolina, you can feel the distinct energy of the land. There's a connection to our ancestral spiritual practices here that you will not find anywhere else, as well as a constant uncomfortable energy of pain and anguish. And
that's what I feel when I go down there. I'm like, there have been a lot of people killed here. Yeah,
it's really uncomfortable. Like, Savannah is one of my favorite cities in the world, and like, even, well, obviously, like, I get uncomfortable because there's still parts down by River Street where there's these little holes,
right,
in the bottom of the buildings,
yeah,
that still have shackles and chains hanging from the wall,
right,
which were used on enslaved people,
yeah,
brought into the port of Savannah. So,
and then like auctioned off, right there, probably.
Yeah, so it's like, ooh, which gives me even like more. Oh, you said that. Now I'm thinking they probably auctioned them off right there on the cobblestone on the river.
Probably.
So that's gonna make me a little nauseous when we go down there for spring break. But that's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
There's like bars there now.
Yeah. It's still a pretty unique place. Now, all of this lends itself to legends and lore that are unique to the culture. When we went to Beaufort, South Carolina last year, almost every house in the historical district had a beautiful light blue color on the ceilings of the porches.
Beautiful houses too, man.
Beautiful
God.
houses. They should belong to other people than they do, but
Right.
this color is called haint blue, and there are actually a few different shades that fall into this category, but they are all a light blue and some have the slightest bit of a green tint to them as well. But they all have the same purpose. While indigo is a beloved color to the Gullah Geechee people, but also one that brings up a lot of pain, haint blue is believed to stop haints or boo hags from entering your home.
Hmm.
Haints are evil spirits, although some people will call any spirit a haint. Like it's a spirit, it's haint. It's haunting, it's a haint.
Did the fort have haint blue on the porches?
Maybe?
I don't remember. I'm
I
gonna have
don't
to look at
remember
the pictures
either.
again.
I don't remember either. Um, while boo hags are a different kind of evil spirit, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Boo hags.
Boo hags.
Boo hags. Quote, boo hags are evil spirits who escape their human forms at night to paralyze, injure, ride, yes, the way one would a horse, or even kill innocent victims, end quote.
They ride people?
They ride people like a fucking horse, okay?
That's scary.
Boo hags. This particular color, haint blue, is meant to quote, trick spirits into believing that they've stumbled into water which they cannot cross, or sky, which will lead them further from the victims they seek, end quote.
Hmm.
Another
Makes
common
sense.
another common deterrent for haints is a blue bottle tree. And you've seen these. There's some blue bottle trees around here.
Mhm.
These trees are metal frames with blue bottles, but they're like the cobalt blue bottles, like the really pretty wine bottles and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
These bottles are believed to trap haints. When the sun rises and the light hits them, it is said to destroy the evil spirit.
Hmm.
So they get in it, sun comes up, burns them up. Next night, haints get in it, sun comes up,
Boosh.
burns them up. While the concept of haint blue is not used in all Gullah Geechee communities, the Boo Hag is a common legend. Once a person dies, their spirit either moves on or gets stuck on the earthly plane. I feel like I got marble mouth today. On the earthly plane and becomes a Boo Hag. They are seen as different creatures in different communities. Some of them think of them as an evil spirit, some see them as vampires, and some call them witches. During the day, the hag looks like any other woman. At night, she will shed her skin and go on the hunt for a meal. Sometimes she will need to change skins, but say if she is married or lives with someone else, she may need to keep up with the skin that they know her in.
Oh, that sounds like a certain native tale
Yes.
that I'm not gonna say.
Yeah. It's funny because like I did the research on this one and like 2 weeks ago, and I've been struggling to sleep. And
Mhm.
I'm like, he's gonna think I'm a damn boo hag from now on after I do this episode because I'm gonna be up at 4 o'clock in the morning. He gonna be like, "Where the hell's she at?
Where are you going?
Where the hell's she at? Where you going? Where you going? Where are you going?"
Going to shed that skin.
In one variation, and it was only one source that I found, the boo hag, go out and find victims to bring back to her boo daddy so that he can eat their flesh and gnaw on their bones, quote unquote.
So I'm a boo daddy?
I guess. I don't know. Usually, though, her routine includes stripping off her skin and hiding it somewhere under stairs, in attics, etc. She will then take to the sky and fly around looking for a victim.
All right, I'm checking the basement.
When she finds a good one, she searches for a way to get into their house. This can be through an open door or window, a crack under the door, or in a wall. Any way into the house, no matter how small, is good enough for the boo hag.
Close your chimney, Steve.
Yeah. Ride that motherfucker like a horse. Once she gets in and finds her victim, she will sit on their chest and consume their breath, sucking the life out of them.
Huh.
Now, some say that she sucks their blood out of her nose, but essentially she's stealing their life force
Right.
from them
Like the little goblin dude from Cat's Eye.
like a vampire.
Or a vampire.
Sometimes they'll take that skin and just wear it for a night. Walk
Nice.
around in it. Like, hey, how you doing? Hey. Other times, they will ride their victim like a horse through the night. Yeehaw.
Like the Christmas goblins.
Yeah. If a hag visits you, you will feel exhausted the next day with no memory of anything that happened. And I put in, makes me think, Boo Hag, thy name is sleep apnea.
Yeah. Or alcoholism.
That one too. I think there's a good reason for your exhaustion. But if you wake up and you're exhausted and you have no reason why and you just feel like you
Right.
can't get enough sleep, people are like, oh, you got a boo hag. Nah, I just quit breathing in my sleep. Which maybe she's sucking your breath out of you.
That's true.
I thought about that and I was like, oh, shit. We're going to have to get that Hank Blue for the porch, Bill.
Yep. Get us a bottle tree.
Yeah. One way to deter a boo hag.
Detour.
Yep. And our friend Gabriel over at Indigenous Tales will appreciate this, is to hang a broom by the door. Of course, the hag is obsessed with numbers and will spend the night counting the bristles. A hairbrush.
Like the Christmas goblins.
A broom, a hairbrush, or yet again, a colander will do the same thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
now I get the Christmas goblins. Okay.
When, when, I don't remember, what country was that the Christmas goblins from? Was it Europe?
It was somewhere in Europe.
Huh.
I don't remember where, but it was somewhere in Europe.
Because that's like the tale of the Christmas goblins too.
Yeah. So for the Christmas goblins,
it's a little different.
Keep their skin on.
They do.
And don't they normally attack cheaters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're after like bad people.
Mm-hmm.
People being naughty.
The boo hag just wants life force.
Life force. Yeah, like a vampire.
All right. One way to destroy a hag, and this is probably the best way.
So it's probably more after like young people.
What? The boo hag?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, it's like
young people have more life force, maybe.
Maybe, but I think it would probably also take any victim it can get a hold of.
Right.
So, because if you have like a house that's like real solid without any cracks or anything, then they're going to have to go somewhere else.
Right.
Also, close your flu. One way to destroy a hag is to pour salt and pepper into their skin while they are out hunting their victims. This can have a couple different effects. One is that they will not be able to get back into their skin. They will spend all night trying to get back in their skin, but once the sun comes up, they will burst into flames and burn to death. The other possible result is that the hag will be able to put their skin back on, but then it will burn them alive from the inside out.
Ugh.
So, I mean, hags are the boo hags. The boo hags. The boo hags.
Sure, there was one in Supernatural, wasn't there?
You know, I think
there was. I think they had a boo hag in one of them.
I don't remember. I'll have to go back and look.
Or was it in the new ones? I think that was the first one of the new ones.
I don't remember.
Okay.
I don't remember. And shit, you done made me forget what the hell I was going to say. I'm going to throw something at you.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to throw something at you. Y'all, excuse the violence that's about to happen. So that was like a general overview of the boo hag and the legend behind it. I did find this tale. It's a tale. It's not real. It's just a tale. Okay.
Right.
This is one variation of a story of a boo hag. It's kind of long, so bear with me.
Hit me.
But I found this on NorthCarolinaGhost.com, which is a really cool site. I've used it a lot.
Yeah. I think I used it for Blackbeard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say, there was a show that came out, I Hear Fear.
Hmm.
It's hosted by Carrie Mulligan. She does an episode about a boo hag. And that was when I went, wait, what the hell is that? What the boo hag? The boo hag? Because you end up learning that like it's a South Carolina low country African tale. And I was like, well,
Yeah,
shit. Let me go find this. And then I was like,
that's
shit,
cool.
it's Gullah Geechee. Shit. Let me go find it. So,
Yeah.
all right.
Bing, light bulb.
Bing. All right. Quote: once there were two men who had been friends their whole lives. They married two beautiful women about the same time, and everything seemed fine. But one day, one of the men came to his friend and asked him, when you wake up at night, is your wife in bed with you? She sure is, said his friend. Why do you ask? When I lie down at night, my wife is with me, but when I wake up in the middle of the night, she's gone. But then come morning, she's back in bed. Man, said the friend, I think you married a boo hag. Now they knew this was serious. A boo hag is a kind of a witch that can slip out of her skin and fly around at night and cause all kinds of trouble in the world. A boo hag can kill a man just by sucking all the blood from his body through his nose. Again, it's where the variations on how they do it comes in, but
Sure, sure.
they'll get on a man and ride him at night so he can't move and he can't breathe. A boo hag is not something you ever want to meet, and sure not something you'd ever want to be married to. So the man asked his friend what he should do. You got to wait until she slips out of her skin in the middle of the night, and then you find that skin. Look under the stairs. That's where boo hags like to hide their skin. You take that skin and pour salt and pepper all over it. Then she won't be able to get her skin back on. So that night, the man went to bed with his wife and pretended to sleep. About midnight, he felt her slip out of bed beside him. He waited for her to get downstairs and then got out of bed, then quietly hid where he could see her. He saw his wife pull off all her skin and roll it up into a ball and hide it under the stairs. Then she flew right up the chimney, going out to cause trouble in the world. Could you imagine?
Like hocus pocus.
You just watch this bitch peel her skin off, like, and then fly up the chimney.
Pew.
I'd be like, yeah, I'm just gonna burn the house down. I'm gonna skip town.
I'm out.
I'm gonna go to another country. See y'all later. Bye. Getting this shit annulled. Well, that man didn't waste any time. He went and got that skin and salt and peppered it up really good, then rolled it back up into a ball and hid it. Put it back under the stairs where he found it. Then he went back to bed and waited until early in the morning when he heard a noise of something coming down the chimney. And then he heard his wife's voice speaking softly. Skin, skin, you know me? Skin, skin, this is me. Skin, skin, you know me? Skin, skin, this is me. But he knew that with all that salt and pepper, she couldn't get back into the skin. He waited and heard his wife speak again. Skin, skin, you know me? Skin, skin, this is me. Skin, skin, you know me? Skin, skin, this is me. And he knew that she was stuck without her skin. He heard her coming up the stairs and pretended to be asleep. He felt his wife crawl into bed with him and wrap herself up tight in the sheet. But he reached his hand over and could feel something warm and raw and rubbery in the bed next to him. And after that, he didn't need to pretend not to sleep.
Sure.
You just like reach over and it's all like squishy and
Like flesh or not flesh, like
meat,
muscle.
muscle and blood and tendons and
Ugh.
veins, and she ain't got no skin.
It's like Hellraiser.
It's probably some fat attached too. Stick your fingers in the fat, squishy, squishy, like a stress ball. Sorry, y'all. Ugh. When morning broke, the man got up and said to his wife, time to get up, time for breakfast. But she said, I ain't getting up, I'm sick, and lay there, wrapped up tight in that sheet, not showing 1 inch of herself. The man said he'd go get the doctor, but she said the doctor cost too much money. So the man said he was going to hoe the garden. And this is why we don't have boo hags in other countries with universal health care. because universal health care. America. So the man said he was going to hoe the garden. The man went outside and hid under the window. Sure enough, he heard his wife come down the stairs and call out again. Skin, skin, you know me? Skin, skin, this is me. Skin, skin, you know me? Skin, skin, this is me. That was enough for the man. He went down to fetch the conjure man, who would know what to do. He told the conjure man his story, and the conjure man told him to go home and start a big barrel of pitch boiling, and he'd be by shortly. So the man went home and built a fire in the garden, and started a big barrel of pitch boiling on it. Soon the conjure man walked up the road, and the two of them went inside and went upstairs to where the woman was back in bed, all wrapped up tight in her sheet again. The conjure man said, "What ails you, woman?" And she said there was nothing wrong. But the conjure man wasn't having none of that. He ripped the sheet right off of her, and there she was, lying there all raw and bloody.
Ugh.
Yeah. "Man, you done married a hag," said the conjure man. And they grabbed her and carried her out to the garden, where they threw her in that big barrel of boiling pitch and burned that hag alive. What else could they do? End quote. And that is the Gullah Geechee legend of the Boo Hag.
Wow.
The next time you're in the Low Country, keep an eye out for those haint blue porch ceilings. Now you'll know the meaning of it, even if those who are currently own the homes don't.
Right.
What do you think about
I'm
that?
sure. I'm sure half of them don't.
I'm sure half of them don't. What do you think about the Boo Hag, Bill?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's creepy.
It's very.
I promise I'm not a Boo Hag. My sleep's just been shit lately.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I was really excited to do that when I heard about that one. I learned about it. I was like,
I'm
I
sure.
need to save this one for Black History Month.
That's cool. It's a cool tale.
And then like I got kind of like a schedule going for topics, and like technically this was cryptid week, and I was like, I guess this could be considered a cryptid kind of, but I was like a creature cryptid, same damn thing. So
tall tale,
a legend, if you will, and a legend of my people.
Yeah.
So I was really, really excited to get to throw one of those in there for you and let you guys teach you guys a little bit about.
So they boiled her in pitch. Ooh.
They boiled her in pitch.
That's gotta be horrible. Hag. But yeah, I mean, she's a hag. So
yeah, there was another one that I had read. Similar story: guy marries a woman, but like in that one, she never will come to bed until like early in the morning. And when she comes into bed, she's all like sweaty and out of breath and like cranky. And he said he finally like stayed up with her one night. She went up to the attic, took her skin off, left, and he put salt and pepper in her skin. She came back and she was actually able to put her skin back on, but then it started to burn her.
Right.
And she was trying to rip her skin off, and she couldn't get her skin off. She ended up flying out the window and exploding. So, you know,
like a vampire.
It's a evil spirit vampire witch.
Sure.
That's what it is. All right. Thank you guys for joining us today. If you would be so kind, please head over to Instagram or YouTube and give us a follow or subscribe. If you listen on any podcast streaming service that you can, give us a follow. And if it's allowed, please leave us a 5-star rating and a review. Just know if you leave 1 star, you will be blasted on an episode. So do so at your own risk. Send us an email with a listener tale, topic recommendation, whatever, at theparanormallovers@yahoo.com. You can now find us again on Patreon and get 1 week free to try it out. Go to patreon.com/theparanormallovers. The new $5 tier includes our true crime show, Deadly Lovers.
Come check that one out.
Check that one out. Also, head on over to theparanormallovers.threadless.com. Check out the sale, 20% off. That is 20% off site-wide with code EVERYTHING, capital EVERYTHING, 20 from February 26th through March 6th.
Get you a shirt or two. We got some cool designs.
Get you some stuff.
Get some stuffs.
Some podcast stuffs. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you guys next week.
Thank you, guys. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.